Hello, hello, hello. What if the reason that you may be feeling overwhelmed isn't because that your business is broken, but because your capacity is maxed out? Stay tuned. We're going to talk about more. We're going to dive deep real quick. Hello, hello. This is Nerissa, the Unshakable CEO, and I'm super excited to be here to talk about why capacity is so important and what is the cost of ignoring capacity for you as a CEO, as an entrepreneur. So I work with health and wealth professionals, CEOs, and agency owners to help look at their total health of their business to identify any gaps so that they can focus on growing their business while I focus on the chaos in their business. And so what I do, I look at the different pieces, the holes, and plug them in so that they can operate and grow sustainably, expand, have the right people in the right places to support them and help them to carry out their vision so they can ultimately make more money without the burnout and the stress. And so here's the thing I look at, the number one thing, the capacity of the individual. I have a background in nursing. I'm a nurse of 20 plus years in leadership, operations, all the things. But capacity is the big thing. I look at how are you caring for yourself as a CEO and how are you caring for your business and your team. That's the total health of your business. Because if you drop one ball in one area, you're going to see it show up in your revenue. You're going to see it show up in your customer service, how you deliver your products, and also how you show up as a CEO. So capacity is extremely important. And for those of you who may be thinking of starting a business or jumping into entrepreneurship, I want you to evaluate capacity. It's a real thing. So what is capacity? It's really the amount, how much that you can manage as one person holistically, realistically, without dropping all the balls or without just dropping everything, burning out, all those things. So capacity is very important because if you decide, you know what, I'm ready to start a business, then and you're working full time, you need to think about what are your full-time work hours? Do you have other obligations after work? Do you have kids, ministry, all these other things? So where would the business fit in? As a CEO of a really established business, if you're running a team, managing a team, doing having client delivery, serving clients, doing all the things, marketing, social media, you have to look at how many hours a day are you working in your business? How many hours are you actually client facing, delivering service to clients? And then what are you doing in the background? All of that ties into your capacity. Do you have support team? Do you have systems in place to help to relieve some of that load that you have? And if not, this can be the reason why you may be feeling like you're not growing, you're stuck, you're hitting a plateau in your business, you're not seeing the revenue that you like because you're maxed out at capacity. If you're doing all the things in your business, if you can't take on any more clients, if you are not able to grow your revenue because you're not available, if production can't continue without you, meaning you're a bottleneck in the business, like they're waiting for you to make decisions so things can't move forward, then that means there's something wrong with the capacity and there needs to be better systems and support in place to help you be able to step away so that your business can flow even without you. So things can still move, you can still generate, you can still show up and do all the things you do without you being in the middle of everything. And that's the ultimate goal for most entrepreneurs, most CEOs, to have a business that operates outside of them. But if you are maxed out with capacity, then there's no way that can happen. So if you're involved in everything and nothing moves, or you can't take on any type of opportunities, or you can't take on any more referrals, then you really need to go back and think about what it is your ultimate goals are. What are you focusing on? Is it growth? Is it expansion? What do you need right now? Because it could be a sign that you are burning out. It can be, because if capacity is everything, capacity is tied to your mental health, it's tied to your physical health. If you're constantly burning the midnight oil, you can't sleep, you have things going on, you're constantly stressed and worried about your business, then it's time to really think about what you're doing and how to put these right pieces and key pieces in place. You're missing out on growth opportunities. You're missing out on impact. And you're missing out on income for sure. And I know you didn't start your business to be an employee in your business. Most people start out their businesses for freedom, for time freedom. They want to be able to have peace of mind. They want to be able to have time for themselves, time for clarity, time for the vision, time to execute, time to lead, time to do more things that they enjoy. But if your capacity is maxed out and it's just solely focused on your business, then it's definitely going to spill into your lifestyle. And that's why you see people quit businesses or people walk away or, all those things. So I want you to take some time out and I want you to shift, right? Because I'm here to empower you. I want you to shift and think about how can you expand your capacity with the right structure and the right support. Like what is one thing that you need right now in your business that can give you some more time to be able to delegate, to be able to make decisions, to have more peace in how you run and grow your business? Is it a support member? Is it a contractor? Is it a coach or a mentor? What is that? With someone to manage your social media, someone to manage engagement, someone to help you with onboarding clients, someone to help to make sure that your clients have filled out all the paperwork before they sit in front of you. What are some of the things that you know that you need to ensure that is covered, that you can delegate, that can increase your capacity to do more and to be more and to have more and to serve more in your business so you can still have peace and grow and expand while still enjoying and doing all of the things that you love. So I want you to take a minute to think about that, ponder on that, because if you know that you've been functioning over your limits for too long, then you're going to crash and burn. And we don't want that as entrepreneurs. We don't want that as women. We don't want that as unshakable CEOs. So you have to make sure that you put capacity, you understand what your capacity is, understand who you need, what type of support, what type of systems, what type of structure you need to put in place in your business to increase your capacity and to really help you to relieve some of the stress and stop carrying it all. Your business is not to be carried on your back. You build a business not to be an employee inside of the business. You build a business to serve and impact. And you want to do that with clarity, with more peace, with more structure, and the right support so that you can expand and have more impact and definitely generate more income. So if that's you, if you feel like, you know what, I need to figure out how to increase my capacity to do more, to grow, serve more without burning out, or just to simply be able to take some time out to take a vacation and not be tied to your laptop, then send me a DM with the word capacity. Let's have a conversation and talk about where you are, where you like to be, and see how I can support you in your services. Again, I work with CEOs and agency owners to help them to build that capacity, to identify where they need to optimize, how the support team, who supports them, their next hire, what they need in order to get to their next level. We look at the key simple processes you need to put in place to help you to relieve some of those tasks. And we look at ways that you may be missing out on revenue and opportunities to increase your income, increase your profits, or ways that you may be leaking profits or wasting money in your business so that you can definitely grow and expand with those right strategies and structures and systems in place. So again, DM me capacity. I'd love to support you, have a conversation, and just know that I'm inviting you to have that conversation. Because again, we're moving into a time where it's so important as entrepreneurs to ensure that you have the right structure, because in chaos, there's always opportunity. I just said that I went live. In chaos, there's always opportunity. So this is the time and this is the season to make sure that you have the right infrastructures and keep things in place. You want to stay ready, be proactive versus reactive. I'll never forget when the PPP era came. A lot of people that were rightfully due and rightfully needed that money, needed that access, they didn't have a lot of things in place for them to reap the benefits or even apply. And you don't want that to be happen again in this season, especially if you are a rightful strong business making impact, doing the right things. So we want to make sure you have the right infrastructure that can support you in your growth, support your team, support your income, and your next level of revenue. So you want to make sure you have all those key things in place and capacity so that you can grow and grow well and be unshakable. So I look forward to conversations. Again, DM me the word capacity. Let's talk about what we can do to ensure that you have space and room to grow and expand with peace so you can make more profits. So again, Nerissa Malloy, I'll see you next time. Have a great one.